Hello everyone, it's Ali and welcome to day 17 in the Defer Marimba collaboration, and the prompts for today are rust and bookmark. So I had a little think about it. I've got some bits of paper here and a stencil. What I've done is I've cut a piece of craft card 6 inches by, it was A4 whatever, I'll tell you what it measures, I can't remember the height, 8 1/4. So I've cut it by 6 by 8 1/4, and then I've just scored it down the middle at 3 inches, and I've cut a piece of coffee dyed paper the same. So what my idea is, I'm going to embellish the coffee paper. I'm going to put that around the bookmark, and then I'm going to stitch at each end, and then I'm going to add a little sort of piece of paper in there that can be used as a bookmark or just a journaling spot. That's my plan anyway. So let's just start off on the coffee dyed paper. I'm just going to embellish it a little bit. I've got my tea and coffee. I'm just going to spritz over. Right, that was tea. I'm just going to dry off. Okay, so I dried the tea off and then I spritzed it with some coffee and dried the coffee off. I'm going to come in with my Rustic Wilderness, the Distress Oxide. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on. Okay, and I'm going to dry off again. I've just got rid of a green finger from the other day, now it's green again. Never mind. Right, I'm just going to dry off. Okay, that's dry, and I'm going to come in with my Distress Spray Stain, my vintage photo, and I'm going to add a little bit of this. Okay, and again I'm just going to dry off. Okay, so I've dried that off. I've got this other ink. It's just a cheap, I think I got it from Lidl, and it's like a dark green. I'm just going to put a little bit on the side of my paper. And then I'm just going to get my fan brush. Where have you been? Where's my fan brush gone? Sorry guys, I thought I'd put it on my desk ready. Oh, it's here, I've got it. I've got a little one anyway, that'll do. Okay, and I'm just going to do some splatters in this dark green colour. Just going to... Right, that's enough I think. Right, let's put that in there, and let's just... This is just a mop-up kitchen paper again. I'll just use it and keep hold of it just for mopping up with. Right, I'm just going to dry off that ink. Look at this again. Oh dear, let me just grab a wet wipe. Not one day goes by where I've not got inky fingers or inky hands. Right, I'm just going to dry off guys, I won't be a minute. Okay, so we're dry. So that's my paper grunged up a little bit. I'm going to use this stencil. It's a Textures one by Lou Collins, and it's called Coffee Ring and Ice Ink Background. Sorry, not ice, inky background. Just going to get my stencil out. Let's get a nice ink. Let's have one that'll show up. This is Archival in Sepia. I'm just going to see what these coffee rings and splatters look like. Oh, you can just see them in the background. I don't think that ink's dark enough. Let's get one that might show up a bit more. Let's try this plum. That's better. And I'm going to do some in my vintage photo. Yeah, you can see them. A couple of little splatters. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. And I'm going to do a bit of stamping just with this little script stamp. I'm just going to stamp some script into the background as well, just so that when we fold it over we've got something on both sides. It's actually upside down this, so I'll have to turn it round to fold it. Okay, that's enough of that, and then I'm just going to ink around the edge of my paper. Let's just fold it in half. I did score it. I just thought it'd be easier to fold. Right, we can ink up when we've glued it on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick this piece that we've just worked on around this piece of craft card, just because it's been nice and strong. Just the coffee dyed paper would be a bit flimsy, I think. So let's just put some glue on the front first. I'm going to stitch around it, so let's just glue that on there first. Can't see what I'm doing. Right, okay, and then we'll glue it on the back as well. Put it down like that, just so that when we fold it in half, you know, it's not floppy, it's a decent thickness. Right, okay, so I'm going to just ink around this side. Right, which is my back and which is my front? I think that's my front. Right, what I'm going to do first before I go any further, I'm just going to take it to my sewing machine and just stitch up two sides, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've stitched up each end, and then I can put in just this piece. I'm going to back it onto a piece of card, and then it can just be used as a little journaling spot, or if you're using it as a bookmark to write down where you're up to in your book. I'm just going to stick that on there, and then just cut around it. So hopefully it'll go in there. I might have to cut it down a little bit. Let's just see if that... Yeah, so that'll just go inside there like that. We'll put something on to pull it out, you know, a tab or something in a minute. Right, let's just work on this front bit now. So the other prompt was rust. So what I'm going to try and do, I don't know whether it'll work or not. I have got some rust paints, but I've also got these. I'll show you now. These things, they're called weathering powders, and they're not used a lot for people who do, you know, like model making, like aeroplanes and army things. It's to age, to rust, and they come in all different colours. So I've bought dark rust and light rust. So my plan first is to use this Tim Holtz grit paste, which is called Crypt. Like I said, I've never used any of them before, so I don't know how it's going to work. And my plan is just to put a bit of this Crypt around the bookmark. I don't know how much you're supposed to put on, or whether you're supposed to let it air dry or what. I've no idea. I've never used it, like I said. I'm just going to put a bit around the bottom. I'm not sure whether you can dry it off with your heat gun. I have seen Tim's video of him using this stuff, but I can't remember whether he left it to air dry, or I just can't remember, if I'm honest. So I'll have a look if it says anything on the back. I think it's a bit like texture paste, to be honest. Not sure what it says on it. I'll have a look now. Right, what does it say? Apply paste to surface with a palette knife and allow to dry. To colourize wet paste by mixing paint. Oh, so you can mix paint with it if you want to. It doesn't mention about heat gun, or you can use distress crayons or your inks. You can add this. So I could have added some of the rust into that, really. That would have made more sense, really, wouldn't it? I never thought to do that, but hey ho, we've done it now. So I'm going to see if I can dry it off with my heat gun and just see what happens, okay? Okay, Okay, so I think it would be better to leave it to dry on its own, but obviously for the purpose of the video I've dried it off. Right, so what I'm going to do, I don't know whether to use light rust or dark rust. I think we'll use this one. So like I said, I've never used it before, I've just seen it being used, and you mix it with water. So I'm just going to get my palette knife. I have no idea how much to put on. I should have researched it really first, shouldn't I? Never mind. Right, and I'm going to spritz a bit of water. Oh yeah. And it just turns to that lovely rust colour. So let's see if we can use a paintbrush. Oh yeah, it does. It works. Just dab it on. Yes, I like that. Looks rusty, doesn't it? You see there, hopefully. Yeah, they come in all different colours as well. I can't remember who I seen using this, and I thought, what a fantastic product. I think it might have been Eva from Bohemian Crafting. Might have been her that I watched using these, and I thought, oh, I'll have to get some of them and try. I mean, I could go over it with the darker rust as well if I wanted to. I might do that, add a little bit of the dark in as well. I like that, it goes on really nice with your paintbrush. I suppose you could leave some mixed up in a little pot, couldn't you? You know, then you've got it at hand. Right, so there's that colour. Why do I never bring any water with me when I'm messing with mixed media stuff? I'll never know. I'll do the same every time. I'm just going to use this piece of cloth just to dry off. Yeah, I think I'm just going to, oh look at that guys. Let's see if I can get a wipe and just wipe it off a little bit. Right, I'm just going to dry off that, and then I might come in with a bit of the dark brown as well. I'm just going to dry it off and see what it dries like. That dries really quick and really nice, so it really does look like rust, doesn't it? I'm just aware that I've not done down this side, so I'm going to do the dark one. And let's mix a bit of this and let's see. Let's see what this looks like. Where's my water? Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Right, let's get my brush. Just give it a mix. Right, so I might go over just, oh, I've got rust on my finger, never mind. Might just go over it in little bits just to darken some of the areas up. I'm not going to go over it too much because I like that, that it does look rusty. See how it dries. Right, okay, so that is that. Let's just get that kitchen towel again and just wipe off that. Oh, I think we'll have to get a wet wipe on that one as well. Where's my wet wipe gone? Yeah, I like them, so I'll show you again. I'll tell you what they're called in case you want to. I think I bought them from Amazon, if I remember rightly. They're called Weathering Powder by Humbrol, and I've got light rust and dark rust. Yeah, light and dark. Yes, if I can remember, I'll put a link in, excuse me, in my description, and then you can have a look. If you might not want to, but if you do, I'll try and remember to put a link in, and then you can have a look. Right, I'm just going to dry off that for a second and just see where we're up to. Okay, so it's dried and it really does look like rust. I'm pleased with that. Yeah, it's dried nicely with that Crypt paste underneath. You can see. So this is the piece that's going to go in here. I'm just going to round my corners. Like that, and then that can just go in there like that, and then we can just pull it out. I'm thinking, should I put a little tab on the side? My hands are dirty, but it doesn't matter if that gets a bit grungy, that's fine. What colour should we use? Do you know what I might use? I've got a piece of Tim Holtz packaging here right in front of me. Let's use this to make a little tab with. Keep the rest of it. Okay, I'm going to glue this down. I can't believe we're on day 7. Well, I'm on day 17. Everybody else is probably on 18 by now. But yeah, nearly done, aren't we? Nearly done. Put that on there. I'm just going to hold on to it for a second. I might just use my stencil and just stencil a couple of them coffee stains lightly in the background. Yeah, just like that, then it looks like it's been used. So that's going to go in there, and then it can just be used to write on your bookmark or whatever. So we just need to put something on the front now. Look what we've got in here. Big tree. And I've been dying to use this squirrel. Squirrel and butterfly. And what's this? Like a corner piece. No, I don't like that. I don't know what to use. I don't know whether to put that big squirrel on there and then something at the top there. That'll go nice in my journal, won't it? Yeah, let's use Mr. Squirrel. Right, we'll just ink around him first. Where have you put your ink, Alison? There it is. Get rid of the white. I don't know whether to put a bit of cheesecloth or something underneath this just to add something extra. Just get a little piece. Let's just cut that. I use cheesecloth a lot. I do on my ephemera. Yeah, that looks better with something there, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely like that better. Let's just put a bit of glue on, see if we can stick it down. Yeah, I prefer that. And then put my squirrel on. I'm going to have to put something up there, I think. I think I'm going to use my 3-in-1 just while I'm gluing over cheesecloth. I have enjoyed doing this collaboration, I really have. Yeah, really enjoyed doing it. Yeah, I like that. Now what do I want to put at the top up there? Let's just put a bit more glue around here, then it sticks down. What can we put at the top? What's these? I've got some die cuts here. These are Minty Woodland paper die cuts. Floral. No, they don't look right up there, do they? A big flower. No, I don't think they look right on there. What else have we got that we can just want something to put at the top there of the page? I think I might just put a little bit of collage and a label, I think. Let's just grab my collage box. Let's just get a few bits of scraps out, and I don't have to keep this on my desk. That'll do, just a few pieces of collage paper, and I can put it back. I can't wait to start working actually on the inside of my journal and putting in some of the ephemera that I've made. Right, let's ink around this then. Withering powders everywhere. I've got green rusty hands today for a change. Makes a change from just green or brown. Let's just rip that. I don't want that straight edge. And this piece of book page. And then this little piece. Right, let's glue this down then. Where should we start? We'll start with this one. I'm just thinking whether to use, yeah, let's use some 3-in-1 because sometimes it struggles to stick, that glue over cheesecloth. Don't want it coming off. Come on, you're full. I filled you up, so why aren't you coming out? Right. Put that there. And then that piece. And there. And then that piece. Yeah, I think that looks okay, I think. That little piece there, and then we want a little label or something to go on the top of there. What does that say? We'll have that one, and then we'll put a little number or something. One on, and then I'll look for a darker brown just to make it pop a little bit. Or what does this say? Sample. Yeah, that dark brown one. Let's put that on. I still feel like there's something missing off the front of there. I'm just going to wipe my hands over because I'm putting that rusting powders everywhere. Everything's covered in it. Oh dear me. Right, yeah, I just think I want to put something else just on top of there. Let's have a look what we've got. Maybe one of the forest little words. What does that say? Moss covered trees. I speak for the trees have no tongue. No. What does that say? Wild wood. Put that one. The rest of them are a little bit big. Yeah, let's just put that one in. Just then we've got something at the top there. I'll just ink around this a little bit. Really does look like rust, that. I'm pleased with them. They'll look nice on Steampunk and Tim Holtz Grunging, won't they? That weathering powders. They'll look really nice. Okay, just put that there. And I think I'm done. Don't think I want to add anything else. I don't think there's room to add anything else. Let's just get rid of that weathering powder. Let's move this. So there we go then, guys. That is my, where are we, day 17. So we've got the bookmark and then just that little pull out thing there that you can write on. Zoom in a little bit. Ooh, too much. So as always, thank you so much for stopping by to watch, and take care, and I'll see you all tomorrow with my next video. Bye for now.